On Thursday, York Space Systems rang the opening bell here at the NYSE to celebrate its IPO. The Denver-based space and defense company provides a range of mission-critical solutions for national security, government, and commercial customers. York says it stands out from competitors because it can deliver these solutions at scale, faster, and at lower cost. You see them up there on the bell podium having their moment. Shortly after ringing the opening bell, York founder, CEO, and president Dirk Wallinger sat down with FinTech TV's Remy Blair to discuss the vision for his company. Take a listen.
Really, York is a turnkey space provider, so we're providing all elements of the ecosystem. We're doing that, as you mentioned, as a number one provider now, but really what we want to do is really accelerate that growth and really continue to do quantity and scale that the government demands, right? So systems like Golden Dome, SDA's PWSA, they're really about quantity. And so when quantity is the multiplication factor, it needs to be very affordable. And schedule is extremely important to the United States as well. We're falling behind, frankly, with space-based capability, and we want to take the lead once again. And so we're going to do more of that, and this listing will help us to do that.
And of course, we're watching your stock this morning as you go public. But when it comes to your competitive advantage compared to other organizations, give us the lay of the land.
Yeah, I mean, where York fits now is we have multiple platforms that have been deployed in orbit at constellation level. 3 months ago, we delivered a full rocket full of our spacecraft. Another month or so, we'll be shipping our next constellation kind of capability, operating it from 3 different mission operations centers. So we're proven ability to deliver. And that's really the key. I think a lot of the other defense techs are pretty early as far as, capital raises to fund operational expenses and things like that. York is funding our ability to scale more and deliver more. So that's a key differentiator between what York's doing and a lot of competitors.
And we're here in the U.S. at the New York Stock Exchange, and I understand that your manufacturing is 100% U.S. based. So when it comes to national security, can you walk us through why it's so important?
Yeah, so controlling our supply chain is obviously going to be really important. We know that there are bad actors out there who would love to infiltrate the supply chain and make the U.S. not have the capabilities that this country needs. So the U.S. supply chain is a really key, important piece for us to continue to deliver at scale. York has made significant investments in that supply chain to scale it and grow it more. And that's just going to be critical for the U.S. to know that the things that we're deploying in orbit are going to meet the needs of the country. And so we've seen historically that foreign actors can inject themselves in the supply chain. So we've always placed an emphasis on a U.S. company, U.S. technology, U.S. delivery. We're really proud of that.
And for viewers out there who might want to know more about the government contracts, give us an understanding of what this might look like. And when you're talking about scale, what does that look like?
Yeah, so government, with the government contracts, obviously support from Congress is really important to what we're doing. Passing budgets is also very important to what we're doing. And that's what's going to allow the U.S. to be able to proliferate the way that it needs to. So the U.S. right now is moving from, billion-dollar satellites built over a decade to hundreds and thousands of satellites, typically in LEO, low Earth orbit. And that move is really critical for us right now because it will give us a strategic advantage versus our adversaries. And so now York is, we have a very large facility capable of producing up to 1,000 satellites a year. And what we want to do is start to maximize that because that's really what the country needs is we need hundreds of thousands of satellites delivering resilient solutions for the United States taxpayer. And so that's what we'll be doing over the next year is really ramping up that production scale and making it, shorter turn times to deliver.
And finally, Dirk, before I let you go, once you become a public company, what would you say are the key performance milestones that investors should be watching for?
I think it's the ability to continue to deliver at larger scale. So we've demonstrated the ability to deliver 10 satellites, 20 satellites, et cetera. But what the country needs is hundreds of satellites. So I think that'll be the key metric for us, focusing on really great performance at an amazing price point. Price is critically important because when you're talking about proliferation and hundreds of thousands of satellites, every multiplication factor on that price significantly can grow the total cost of the taxpayer. So focus on capabilities that work at scale at half the price is really what the country needs, and that's where we're going to focus the most.
Thanks, Dirk, Wallinger, and Remy Blair for that interview.